Aw, animals.
Who's only trying to get to the other side. A chicken looking for fun outside the coop had its freedom cut short after it was picked up by a Portland cop. The wayward free-roaming bird had been spotted crossing the road at a busy intersection and was picked up by Officer Daniel Trummer, who managed to get the grumpy jaywalker into his patrol car with the help of a bystander. Needless to say, feathers were ruffled. It's unclear if Portland police formally charged the fowl or just let it off with a stern warning. The legendary jaywalker was turned over to animal control when they couldn't find his owner, though she did eventually come after seeing her pet's escapades on social media. Edie the chicken is now back at home and safe and hopefully won't be crossing any more streets for a good long while. Animals do the darndest things.
Golden Retriever puppy gets braces, becomes internet heartthrob. Little Wesley has been cute since he was a newborn pup, but as he grew older, his owner Molly Moore noticed he wasn't playing with his toys as much and was losing weight when he should have been growing. Luckily for Wesley, Molly's dad, Dr. Jim Moore, is a veterinarian specializing in doggy dentistry. Dr. Moore's diagnosis, a condition called malocclusion, a misalignment of the upper and lower teeth. The solution? Braces, just like any human kid with an overbite. But judging by the nearly 300,000 shares his pictures are racking up on Facebook, seems the internet thinks the braces look is way cuter on Wesley than your typical pimply-faced American tween. Don't count on the canine metal mouth becoming a fashion trend though. Dr. Moore says the braces are only applied for practical reasons and not aesthetics. Wesley will only have to rock those train tracks for a few more weeks to correct the issue. And after that, he'll probably be starring in some doggy toothpaste commercial. What a world we live in, huh?
Did someone say brownies? Yogi and Boo Boo may take the cake for most resourceful, but this Connecticut black bear clearly wins for persistence. The big fella had been lured by the smell of freshly baked brownies and followed it all the way to the source. It pressed up against the back door and then tried to get in through the other doors. The terrified homeowner asked her neighbors for help, but no amount of screaming, pounding, or yelling could get the pesky bear to go away. Even though the experience is very probably harrowing in person, photos of the chocolate-hungry bear are adorable, and the internet approves. The bear eventually did give up on its brownie quest and left, to the homeowner's great relief. We're guessing she won't be baking anytime soon.
Chinese woman's puppy revealed to be baby fox. If you ever buy a dog in China, might want to make sure it's actually a dog. A woman named Miss Wang reportedly bought what she thought was a Japanese Spitz puppy for around $190 last summer in a Shaanxi province pet store. This is a Japanese Spitz, by the way. This little fella's not that. According to The Sun, Wang noticed something was afoot when her baby pooch started rejecting dog food. Another clue was the animal's changing body. Its fur got thick, face pointy, and tail long. Wang said the other dogs were actually afraid of the animal. While walking at a park, she said people would tell her it's not a dog, but a fox. An expert confirmed as such. Citing local media, The Sun reports Wang is getting ready to hand the animal over to the zoo. Sadly, she's not the only one to be duped into buying a fake dog. Recently, a Chinese couple were surprised after their Tibetan Mastiff pup started walking on his hind legs. Turns out their 2-year-old canine was actually a 240-pound Asiatic bear. This show wasn't for the dogs. Chaos erupted at a performance of Cats on Broadway after a canine audience member got triggered by one particularly feisty feline. Humans dressed as cats who sing and dance for 2 hours may be a hit for most people, but man's best friend apparently doesn't like it. At one recent performance, a service dog got away from its owner and sprinted toward the stage during the opening number. Sorry, Andrew Lloyd Webber. The animal was particularly unhappy with the show's flirtatious female bomballerina and caused a ruckus on stage when he began chasing after her. Fortunately, an usher managed to grab the dog before it caused any real trouble and returned it to its owner. But while the production company seemed to have laughed the encounter off, people online were genuinely pissed. Netizens think the service dog was fake, pointing out that a legit one wouldn't have acted that way. Then again, the pup could still be in training, and well, it probably failed.
You got a friend in me. A baby beaver rescued by a Canadian conservation center in 2016, who later gained internet fame as the lonely beaver, has found a friend and is lonely no more. The 5-week-old baby beaver was found alone on a golf course in northwest Calgary with wounds on her tail. The beaver kit was admitted to the Alberta Institute for Wildlife Conservation so it could recover, and that's where she's been since. Aw, isn't she adorable? Noticing the female rodent was all alone, netizens quickly nicknamed her the Lonely Beaver. But it seems things are about to change for the better. Earlier this year, a 2-year-old male beaver was admitted to the conservation center after he was found in a storm drain with a bite wound on his lower back. Beavers live better when they have a companion, so the conservation center decided to introduce the two to each other. According to their handlers, the two are now best friends. And since they haven't reached breeding age, their relationship is purely platonic, for now. These two adorable beavers will be released together in June 2018. Since caring for wildlife is generally expensive, the Conservation Center has set up a GoFundMe page for the pair's medical costs, which are expected to amount to $23,000.
Free Bambi. A group of Ohio residents banded together over the weekend to save a poor deer from its plastic prison. Little Bambi may have gotten a bit too excited for Halloween candy and ended up getting its head stuck in a pumpkin-shaped trick-or-treat bucket. The pumpkin-headed animal spent the next 4 days wandering all over the neighborhood, prompting concerned residents to call in and report the sightings. Despite the potential dangers of a rescue operation, one group was determined to help Bambi. After following the deer for hours, they managed to surround and snare it with catch poles. The pumpkin bucket's black strap had been lodged in the back of its head and was quickly removed. As soon as it was free, the deer ran 30 feet to the nearest creek to drink and graze. Food and water, finally. A fundraiser is now being held for Second Chance Wildlife Rescue, a nonprofit group that helped with the search. And of course, donations are being collected in the plastic pumpkin bucket.